Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at set 71761, Zane's Power Up Mech EVO. So this set has 95 pieces, is meant for ages 6 and up. It has two minifigures, being the core version of Zane, as well as one of the Cobra mechanics, one of the serpentine enemies for this Ninjago core wave. So this is the smallest core set that released in January, and I really hadn't intended on picking this set up, but after purchasing the temple, I obviously wanted to finish my core ninja lineup, and I was thinking of getting the training set, the dojo training, or the smaller one, the $50 set that attaches to the temple. And as much as I like the build there, I really don't need it. I don't really have much more space where I have my temple situated at the moment to have a bunch of add-ons to it. So I think at the moment I'm probably going to go with the, I would say, sort of bad Jay's mech, or just buy the Jay minifigure, and then of course with this mech, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised with. I think this is a really good mech set, a good $14 mech set. These mechs are things we've seen from LEGO for a while, especially with Marvel. Of course, the Marvel ones do have a different design where instead of these newer joint pieces, there are a lot of ball joint pieces which are used here, but just to less of an extent, whereas those are used just primarily for every sort of bit of articulation on those sets, whether it comes with the elbows or the knees. Really everything uses those ball joints, while these pieces are just one piece that's slightly bent that you can see across really a lot of this Ninjago core wave, or at least sets that make sense to use it, like the mechs and like the dragons, or at least the smaller dragons like Jay's and Kai's. So this set is, I think it's a pretty good set. I like how this looks. I think the coloring here is nice. Of course, comparing it to Zane mechs that are out at the moment, you can go and get the Titan mech from Season 5, which is a pretty cool set. So compared to that, this mech doesn't look amazing, but you're also comparing like a $70 price difference there. So I think this is a really strong mech. I like the gold editions here as well as the white. I think the light blue color looks nice there. I like this spinning shuriken style piece there. It can spin to take out a few serpentine enemies. I think the legs here are nice. I think the feet are a lot better done on the Kai's one of the same scale that came with the temple set. This set does have one of the exclusive banners for each set, this one being like it has a face in it and then a cloud. That's just the one for this set. I think my only issue really with this set is the sword here. I think even though it goes with the actual Zane minifigure, I think it's just way too small for the mech. And then I think the hands don't exactly look great. You have the clips there, which I think is fine. It's just the back side there, just the exposed area, I just don't think looks the best. The back fit also doesn't look amazing with those plates there. I think the everything else looks fine, just the back of the middle section here doesn't look the best. But of course, you're likely not going to really need that, and you for sure need it to be somewhat thick so you can grab onto this set, of course, as this is intended as a smaller play set. I like that printed piece here, which I believe we see throughout all of the core sets. I really like these pieces, gold pieces here, that line up with this armor plate here that can come down, which exposes the Zane minifigure, which we'll just take out there now. That's how you just get it on there. The bottom of the feet, of course, just can sit there while the legs are attached to those two studs right there. That's what the mech looks like without a minifigure, and I think it looks quite nice. I think it looks fine that way. Of course, with a minifigure, it for sure looks a lot better. But I think it still looks fine with just without a figure. So here is the intended figure of the mech, Zane, who I think looks really nice in his core outfit. You can see the exposed arms there, as well as a bit of the exposed, like, ninjoid aspect of Zane right there. I think the legs are really nice. I like the colors here. These core suits are, of course, a bit more colorful, and for this, I kind of like it. I think it looks nice as just a normal suit. This kind of feels like just like a basic, like, training suit, not necessarily one you'd go on a mission like upcoming Season 16, like trying to take out Pythor. It feels like it's not something you'd wear to that, but maybe just go to take out a few Cobra mechanics, because there's quite a few of them. They don't exactly seem to be the best, especially since they don't have any vehicles really to go against all these mechs and dragons. I really like the mask piece here, especially with that light blue. I think it looks nice. Here is the face print. There's no back face print, of course, because of the short hair piece, which you do get one in this set, which just looks like that. And then that just blends in with the back of the head there. I like this face print, but I do kind of wish we got a few Zane face prints, maybe with the upcoming season potentially, but probably not. I just kind of like a more neutral face for Zane, not one of those happy ones that we have for the yellow version of Zane that have been used in multiple newer sets, all the Ninjago movie sets and plenty of other sets. Not that really happy one, just had like a neutral face for Zane. I think with the mask on, I think it looks really nice there, but I think just a neutral face when you have the hairpiece off would be nice. So the next minifigure of this set, of course, is the Cobra Mechanic, and I think that these Serpentine minifigures are really quite nice. I like their orange color. This one has a just a stud shooter is probably the plainest one, except for that Lloyd's 4+ set, which I believe has a spear instead of the blaster there. I think the torso printing here is really nice, same as the leg printing. The head, I think these heads are really nice. The colors here, it's all a really nice snake minifigure. I think they're quite nice. I like them. I think maybe some other villains, maybe just making up a whole new type of villain would be interesting, but we see so many Serpentine, and I think I'm fine with the core choice of having Serpentines. It's for sure a very Ninjago topic, which is very big in this core wave, is having core things of the Ninjago theme, like the mechs, like the temples, like the dragons, and of course Serpentine for the villains. So before I go into my final thoughts on this set, I'm just going to take a look at the box art of this set. So here is the box art of this set, and I think whether or not you like the core sets, I think the box art here is pretty cool. I think I really love how all of them sort of connect together. As you can see the temple in the background of this set, I think that's a really cool addition. I like the little logo down there with Wu and Zane. Of course, that changes depending on which set it is. I think the mech here is displayed quite nicely, even though that poor Cobra Mechanic looks pretty wimpy, just about to take on a whole big mech with its little blaster there. You can see the set information there. There's the minifigures on top. There's really nothing on the side, just explaining some stuff for the Ninjago site. And there's nothing on this side too. I will say this side of all the core boxes is very, very plain. It just shows the evolution process of these EVO sets, where you start with just the parts, then you kind of build it up a bit, add the armor, then you have a bit more, and then you get to your final product there. So I don't really like the back box art here at all. I think it's actually quite ugly, but This part looks really nice, and I think it's a really nice packaging for this set, and I think it displays the set quite nicely, which is of course something you want with your box art. So that was my review of the Zane's Power Up Mech EVO. I think this is a really good $14 mech set. I like the two minifigures here. I think it's a nice and cheap way to get the Zane minifigure. I think the Cobra Mechanic minifigure is also nice. I think the mech build itself is also nice. I think it goes together with the Kai's one that you got in the temple quite nicely, as well if you just want to make some scenes from the core shorts, whether that's on the Speedway 5000 with the Lloyd's race car and then have the two mechs. I think this is just a nice set. It's a good cheap set in Ninjago, and I think it's a good addition to this Ninjago core wave, which I don't necessarily think is the best wave in Ninjago, but I do think it's a decent wave that really just touches on the core aspects of the Ninjago theme.